It really works. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the show. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day so far and you're staying warm. It's up here in Ohio, it's quite cold. Had our first snow of the season today, so yippee. So in case you didn't know, I am a prepper, and my wife always asks me, what are you prepping for? Well, could be zombie apocalypse, a blackout, a tornado, hurricane, not likely being here in Ohio. The whole grid could go down. I mean, who knows? There's a number of things that could happen, and it's good to always be prepared. With the winter season here, it's very, very cold. If the power goes down, don't have a generator, you need to have a way to stay warm, as well as illuminate a room, as well as have a way to cook food and have a warm meal. So I wanted to do this video today to show you what you can make that can do all three of those things on a very tight budget. I mean, it costs next to nothing to make one of these. This is an emergency heater, homemade. I made this morning. Ideally, you want to take the label off. I have a new one here that I'm going to make, and I did take the label off, so you should take the label off. But all you need is a metal can, so when you're done with your, this is chicken noodle soup, and you're done with your soup, you just rinse it out, dry it, take the label off, and then you need a roll of toilet paper. Doesn't have to be anything special, just regular cheap toilet paper. And you're going to take the cardboard out of the center of it. And then you're also going to need isopropyl alcohol, 70%. You don't want 91%. That's too high. You're going to have a much bigger flame, and it doesn't burn as clean, so there's going to be some soot. And that may work okay for outdoors, but you're not going to want that burning inside. And the 50% is just too low. It doesn't burn well. So 70% is what you're going to want. Okay, so we're going to take the cardboard insert out of this toilet paper, because the toilet paper is going to act as the wick. The idea is we got to get this thing inside the can. So we're going to squeeze it. Try to get that insert to come loose. This is like the hardest part of making this emergency heater, is getting this out of here. Once you can get your fingers in there, you just kind of twist it, and a little bit of work and it'll come loose. Just twist right out of there. There you go. Now we're going to squeeze it. Kind of fold it as tight as we can. Fold it over real tight so it'll fit here in our can. Perfect, just like that. Let it go. It'll kind of fill up our space in the can here. And now we've got our wick. And then all you do is very carefully you're going to pour your alcohol in here. Make sure you don't spill any over the sides or anything. You don't want to get burnt or start a fire when you light this thing, so you want to make sure there's none on the outside of the container. But just slowly pour it in here. It'll take a good amount of alcohol, but you just want to saturate that toilet paper. It'll soak it right up, but you don't want to have like a puddle of it in here. And that's all there is to it. Now you got yourself a nice emergency heater, a way to illuminate a room. And this will keep a small room, like a closet or a bathroom, fairly warm. Just one of these. They do put off a decent amount of heat. And this one's even bigger than the one I made this morning. It's quite a bit bigger, so this one will put out even more heat, I'm sure. And You can cook with these, and it works really, really well. But let's go ahead and light this thing and see what we got. How about that? Very, very cheap, very simple, easy to make, and the heat that comes off of this thing is just incredible. Not to mention the amount of light it produces. This could really, really come in handy in an emergency. Could possibly even save your life. But, you know, it's not just for emergencies. You use it for camping too. Be a good way to cook your food and stay warm when you're camping. And I wanted to try it out this morning to see if it would actually work to, cook a meal with. So this morning I cooked a full breakfast for my family of 4. I put a cast iron skillet on top of this, and I made pancakes, sausage, eggs, and it was amazing. It was delicious. And it worked extremely well. It's a pretty awesome feeling when you can make something like this and then cook with it. Yeah, there you go. I did let the other one burn for about 45 minutes, and it did just fine. The top half of the can, though, doing it like this will get a little hot. I'm normally still able to pick it up with the bottom of the can. There are ways to make this insulated so you can pick it up and not risk getting burned or anything, but this is just how to do it on a budget. Cheapest, easiest way to do it. And it works great. Maybe I should try roasting a marshmallow on this thing. Yeah, I definitely recommend trying this out, and it'd be really, really great to have this during an emergency. And then, of course, whenever the flames start to get low, that's how you know you need to add more alcohol. So you want to extinguish the flames, make sure there's no spark, no flames or anything when you add more alcohol. Otherwise, you could possibly get burnt. If you try to add the alcohol while it's still burning, don't do that. But when you're done with it, just... that's all there is to it. And if you need to, you can add more alcohol. Relight it. Easy as that. So I want to show you the footage that I got this morning of me cooking a full breakfast for 4 over one of these homemade emergency heaters. Check this out. And then when you're all done with it, you just Bon appetit. Delicious. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little video about how to make an emergency heater. Stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.